Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Survive the Game. Bruce Willis, yes, either Bruce Willis or Nicolas Cage, we're going to watch every movie, and Chad Michael Murray, and I swear the two of them have been in another movie together. Yes, I'll watch anything with Bruce Willis, Nicolas Cage, or Chad Michael Murray, and here we are. They're all together. Well, not all of them, but Chad Michael Murray and Bruce Willis, and Sarah Roemer. Sarah Roemer was on Lost. And then she was on, what was that movie? There was a TV show that, anyway, something Point, Blast Point, or Flash Point, or something like that. Anyway, so this is about a man's life on his farm is interrupted when a cop and a pair of dangerous criminals show up. Not telling us much there, but that's why you watch me, so I can give you a better idea. But here, 4.2 on IMDb, but only 53 people rated it so far. So I can tell you right now, I've watched the first 2 minutes of it before I turn this on. The cinematography, if you will, or the acting of the first two people I've seen is very, very bad. But let's hope. Let's hope it gets better. Better storyline. It's got Bruce Willis. It's got Chad Michael Murray. How bad could it be? Stick around. I'll be back. I'll let you know. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Survive the Game. We're at the 44-minute, 13-second mark. Not even halfway through, but I wanted to stop it right here. Whew. Okay, so it starts off with a couple getting out of the car. They're the criminals, part of the whole thing that the cops are going after, kind of what IMDb said. And the exchange right there from the beginning is like, okay, this might not be a great film. But that happens, and you know, there's a little shootout right in the beginning, which is okay. Kind of, I don't know. It's okay. It's not good. If I'm making myself clear. Then it jumps into the opening credits, and I sat there and I watched this opening credits. I applaud the guy, whoever did that. You know, nothing elaborate, you know, and but it was the music with the, you know, the visuals. And just black and white and stuff like that. It was like, this might work out. You know, I really thought, whoever did that piece, I applaud you. I thought you did a fantastic job to make it like, almost like, it felt like a little Pulp Fictionist. I don't know. I know, again, very small, minor detail of the entire film. And then it gets back to the film. And I'm watching it, and it's like a Lifetime movie. I don't think it's a Lifetime movie, but that's what it feels like. It's just, I don't know. So Chad Michael Murray is the guy who owns the farm. His wife and daughter had died 2 weeks earlier, so he doesn't really care that much about life. Bruce Willis and his partner are the cops. They trace that initial couple that I was talking about to this farm, and they call in for backup. So there's a whole gang of bad people there, and Chad Michael Murray's there on the farm. Doesn't care. He's got a flask in his pocket, you know. But as a person, as an actor, he's set up poorly. He's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's Chad Michael Murray. I mean, he's acting the same way he always acts. You know, and he's given the lines that he's responding to. Some of his lines aren't too bad. You know what I mean? Like he's, you know, they're like, hey, just go away. He's like, I don't care. I'm going to stick it out, whatever. So, whatever. But the Bruce Willis's partner, oof. And Bruce Willis has very minimal screen time. Probably about 10 to 20 seconds so far in this movie. It's not a big part of this. It's just a name to draw you into the film. And then there's just bad parts, you know. There's this whole gang is coming in, and they're going after these people who are in a barn, and they're in the barn, and the girl and the guy line up ready to break into the barn. The guy has no gun, and she's like, "Where's your gun?" He's like, "I didn't bring one." And so she's like, "Can one of you guys loan him your gun?" It's like, "My gun." So the guy's got no gun going into this. Oh, it was, and then they break out of the barn, the good guys, and there's two guys standing outside with guns who wouldn't, and they just bump into them and they get away. It is, ugh, you know, So it's riddled with that kind of stuff. Sorry. Let me get back to it here. Maybe it'll get better, and maybe not. I'll check in a little bit, probably at the end, and give you my final thoughts. Stick around.
They followed you here, Mickey. Don't you ever forget.
Hey everybody, we're at the credits to Survive the Game, and again, I don't know why they call it Survive the Game, to be honest with you. So I checked in, told you a little bit about it, and really didn't pick up at all for me. I don't know what else to say. I don't like to say bad things about a movie, but there was, there's potential here. I like the idea of, hey, there's a bus going down and they end up at this guy's house who has fallen on hard times, and doesn't really care if he lives or dies, so he gets into the mix. I like it. All right, alright, Axe war veteran, nonetheless. I mean, there's a recipe there, right? It's just, how do you put the ingredients together and cook it and make it happen? Falls apart after that. It's just bad dialogue, really bad action scenes. Like, just, I'm going to give, it's a spoiler alert, it's not that big of a deal. Because there's multiple people, so you won't even know who I'm talking about. But there's one girl who's barely seen throughout all of this. She's in it, and she's there, and you recognize her. But, everything else is between everybody else, and then she might come out of nowhere, right? But she doesn't take, she has a gun. I don't see her shoot a gun once, right? And got a whole clip in there. When she runs up and, she's out of bullets. But the entire movie, she didn't shoot a bullet. And it's just like at a pivotal point. It's like, there's just different scenes like that. Where, like I mentioned, when they run out of the barn and they just bump into a guy who's pointing a gun at them. It's like, you gotta get more creative there with those types of things. Like, really, I get it if they're gonna overcome incredible odds to take down the bad guy. But make it at least somewhat, feasible. Not just super ridiculous, unless you're really going after the comedic aspect of it. So, just wasn't for me on this one. I appreciate everybody's efforts. I like seeing Chad Michael Murray and Bruce Willis in it. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody else loved it. And if you loved it, I apologize for those of you who were involved in making it. Trust me, you're a lot more talented than me. And maybe what happened sometimes, it was, some things end up on the cutting room floor and lines are changed. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore, but... Alright, that's it. That's all I got for you. I just hate talking poorly about movies, so I'm going to stop there. But the 4.2... Alright, that's it. I don't know if I was helpful. Hopefully I was. I apologize if I offended anybody. Maybe you loved it. Love to hear what you loved about it. There are some good things. There's a good recipe, like I said. But overcooked? I don't know. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. This review's Overcooked. Kimmel's Irish Pub.